Hello, I'm Rebecca Charlton and welcome along to day 6 now here at the UCI Cycling World Championships. Well, the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome has been packed out since day 1 of these World Championships, and yesterday was no exception. Last night we finished off with thrilling action in the way of the men's elimination and the women's Madison. Let's take a look at the best fits. Well, I'm delighted that joining me today in this very studio is not just one star of track cycling, but 2. They both took their first elite World Championship titles this week and they did it together. Welcome into the studio, Meg Barker and Josie Knight. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
I love that I've made you bring your medals and sit through this entire interview because I just had to have a look. But I feel like they're bigger, they're better, they're golder. They're hefty.
They are hefty, yeah. As big as our heads, they're amazing. Yeah.
And you had a little celebration last night, I hear, in central Glasgow. Did you both take the medals out? I mean, I would have been quite nervous about losing one in a bar.
Yeah, we had a few medals between us. I think we wanted a nice group picture with a little champagne to celebrate and our medals, so it was really nice to get to celebrate with everyone.
Has it sunk in yet?
I've been asked that a lot, and I don't know. It's sort of, there's just this huge joy that we did it, but it doesn't, I don't know. Not yet, I don't think. I think when we go home and you're sort of back at home and normal life resumes, it still feels like we're in this mad bubble.
It is a mad bubble, and I think because there's so much going on as well, the championships bringing all disciplines together, it's been even bigger. It's felt huge, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, and yeah, so like we quite often, once we finish track racing, we just go home, whereas we've stayed and we came to see the freestyle park yesterday. Yeah, we've seen loads of things that we wouldn't normally get to see, so it's been great.
We're of course talking about the women's team pursuit that you took together with the rest of the team. Is it a different pressure and then a different celebration when you're doing it as a team rather than individual?
Yeah, I think hugely. It's in some ways it's sort of less nervous because you have all your teammates around you, but in other ways there's a huge pressure because you're just thinking, well, so for me, if I was to ride an individual pursuit and it wasn't to go well, the only person I've let down is me. But I'm sat on that start line with 3 other girls who I know want it as much as I do, and you don't want to mess up for them, you don't want to mess up for yourself. Yeah, it's a different thing. But then I think the flip side, with that pressure, the joy is so much greater when you do win together.
What was that moment like on the podium?
Yeah, it was so nice. I think we spent so much time together over the last few months on training camps at altitude and spending every minute together, so we just knew we were doing it for that moment, and then we actually got it. It was just, it was so good.
Oh, I was honestly so emotional. I still am. I can just see that in both of you as well. And when you are training as a team, and it comes down to not seconds, but absolute split seconds, what does that take to drill it as a team in training? How does that look? So much hard work must go in. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it's just, there's 7 or 8 of us training, in our pre-race day effort in Manchester, we had 2 team pursuit teams on the track. There was 8 of us, and I think it's that pushes you on, that you can never relax because there's always someone biting at your heels for your position, and we just push each other on loads, and I think that's where our strength comes from, that we're fighting to be in the team, not just to win the medal, Yeah,
the level is just insane. And were you quietly confident as a squad, or do you never really let yourself believe it until it's happening?
We knew we were working towards winning the World Championships. As soon as we knew it was a home Worlds and there's a year to go till the Olympics, we wanted it, but we knew we thought, it could be a second between coming first and coming 5th. There was so many teams that could be really close. So yeah, luckily it all worked out for us and we did win, but no, you don't let yourself believe it until you literally cross the line. So yeah.
You shared in that success with your sister, Eleanor. I mean, not only what did that mean to you, but to your family. They've got to be pretty proud.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, another thing we didn't let ourselves believe is that we'd both be in the same team, you know, to make the 5 that we're going to ride, and then to actually believe that we were both going to ride, and then that we were both going to win. So like, we just took each step as it came, and we never really mentioned it because we didn't want to jinx it. And then it happened, and we were like, oh my god, it happened!
We can finally believe it.
And our family was there, which was just so nice. So yeah, like, obviously, so much of it's down to our parents. Like, it's not a coincidence. Like, they've done so much for us. So it was so nice that they actually got to be there.
Yeah, you're doing something right as a family, aren't you? And I'd love you to give us some insight on Elle's ride last night in the women's Madison with Nia Evans, of course. Because I don't know how many people would have watched at home and seen exactly what happened, but it was neutralised, as we say, coming into the final lap with Elle driving on the front, essentially doing her race-winning effort, and then the gun went and she had to stop. I mean, what were you thinking? Because you were both in the velodrome watching, weren't you?
Yeah, it was horrible. I knew she was really nervous. She just really wanted it to go well. I think she'd put a lot of pressure on herself. And then when they were coming round, you know, they'd won. And I think I could tell how stressed she was when they had to restart. And I actually had to walk away. And I came back when I could hear the crowd cheering, because I was like, okay, they're cheering. I think that means that they're going to win again. So it's actually horrible. Yeah, I can't watch Madison, let alone when my sister's in it. So,
I mean, it's chaotic, isn't it, the best of the time, let alone watching your sibling and hoping that they're okay. But you could see her face, couldn't you, just thinking, I can't believe this is happening, because you put everything in to that final lap, don't you?
Yeah, and like, it's not just the lap, you know, that happens from your positioning 10 laps ago, people's legs being tired, you know, people might just need a drink or something, and they all got the chance to do that. So I think like anything could have happened when they restarted with 9 to go. And I think all that stress, like, I could see from the stands her face, and she looked really nervous, and that made me really nervous. But luckily, they did it again, and it worked out well. So.
You could actually see that, just relief, exhaustion, utter elation, couldn't you, from both of them at the end?
The emotion was just, like, obviously joy, but mainly relief.
It's just incredible. And a word on Ethan Vernon, your teammate, someone you know very well and train with, of course. I mean, he was saying in his post-race interview that he actually hadn't specifically trained for the elimination race because, of course, he's doing so much on the road, as so many riders are, just bouncing back and forth. That was mightily impressive.
Yeah, it really was. And I think to be able to just turn around after the disappointment of their team pursuit, like, that was really hard to watch and just to be around, because we know they'd put the same amount of effort in that we had, and to have it end just like that was really tough. And so for all of them, like Dan as well and Ollie, they all were able to switch their focus and pull off an incredible result. And the fact that he crashed and still got back up and won, it was really, really special.
And how much confidence does it instill at this point in the calendar, looking ahead to next targets, because there's been so much success across the board?
Yeah, I think it's sort of scary to think, but we are in a really good place, and like, I think we couldn't have dreamed of a more successful World Championships as a group.
Just been amazing. And final question, what's next? More partying, more resting, or back into hard training?
Yeah, I mean, because the World Championships is come earlier for us. Normally it's in October, so we've actually got a bit of an early break. I think we're all going to just go off and relax a little bit. It's been quite an intense few months, like, with this massive goal. And then back to Manchester, back to work. Big goals coming in from January.
Huge congratulations from all of us here. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant to chat. Absolute joy. Well, the action over at the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome is, of course, happening very thick and fast now. Let's have a word now from Harry Levrazen. He took victory, of course, in the elite men's sprint.
Harry, I mean, yet another rainbow stripes. It's so many now. I mean, have you actually lost count of how many rainbow stripes?
13.
I mean, it was an incredible performance. Can you just talk us through, first of all?
And it was like my 5th consecutive day of racing. It's a lot. Takes a lot of energy and a lot of focus to be on the best every time I go into the track, because I had a lot of big opponents in this sprint tournament. I think I picked the best out of them, so it took a lot, but I was really happy how it was going, and I think I felt really strong till the end, and tactics were pretty good, so I'm really happy with this time.
And once track comes to an end here, you know, there's still 3 days to go, but are you going to go and watch any other disciplines?
Yeah, I will do Kieran as well. I hope to defend my title, but I think it's going to be hard after a lot of days. I will try my best.
And then, yeah, looking kind of towards the end of the event as well, there's so many disciplines here in Glasgow. Are there any others that you're actually going to go and watch yourself?
Unfortunately not. Like yesterday I could watch the road finals on TV. It's really cool that everybody's here, but yeah, like my focus is on the track. Not a lot of time in between to see something, and after I will go home. So
if it came down to a sprint with Mathieu van der Poel, do you think you could take him?
On the track, yes, but after 200k, not anymore.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Levrasian versus Van der Poel, I think that's a match we'd all like to see, maybe with one shoe and one cleat. If you know, you know. Well, behind me, we've got a leaf blower going, we've got things happening here at the BMX Freestyle Park. But yesterday, the competition was on, the finals were happening, and it was truly spectacular. Jess Rogers was once again in the action, in the fans. Let's hear from her now.
Hello, you're watching Squiggly Bike TV. I'm Jess Rogers, and today we are in Glasgow Green, which is just a few steps from George Square. We are here for the final of the BMX Freestyle Park, where normal riders see obstacles. These riders see opportunity. It's going to be a fun one.
It's absolutely outstanding. There's so much going on here. The atmosphere is amazing, but there's basically 3 events, so essentially 3 venues at Glasgow Green. So right now behind me we've got BMX Freestyle Park, and then in the next couple of days you're going to start seeing the flatlands and also the trials. And it feels like a festival.
I found the one and only Danny Mac hanging out here at Glasgow Green. What are you here to see today?
Here to see the Freestyle Park Finals. Very excited. I have to say it's quite surreal having it here in Glasgow. And I've been riding the streets here for many years, but seeing sort of the riding on this kind of level happening in my local area is very cool.
It's butterflies, It's like, honestly, for me, I'm so buzzing. Just so many different bike disciplines. And yeah, like I say, this is obviously my number one right here, the bread and butter. But yeah, honestly, I love it. And I think as well, a lot of these people still haven't seen like BMX freestyle showcased like this. So it's such a unique opportunity, and I'm just so thankful it's here in Scotland.
Now riders do 2 rounds of 60 seconds to try and do as many tricks as possible. They get judged on things like hang time, tricks and style, use of the park and overall flow. And whoever gets the most points out of 100 takes the win and that very important rainbow jersey. Excuse me, sir. Do you know what BMX stands for?
Not a clue. No.
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 Me neither.
Cycling? No.
You're not the only one.
Sorry, what did you say? Bike, water, cross.
Stop. All right to Barspin on the Visit Scotland.
We have a winner! Trudy, CEO of all of this. How's it going, first of all?
It is absolutely incredible. We are so excited to be finally at this moment. We're 5 days in. We had over 300,000 people yesterday at the road races.
300,000?
300,000 from Edinburgh to Glasgow, and then you had the track going, you had the mountain bike marathon, you had here at Glasgow Green. It's just incredible, and the people of Glasgow and Scotland are just getting behind this event and showing that it is the biggest cycling event ever, and we're just so proud and excited.
I'm at the Come Try Trials area at Glasgow Green, and I'm about to have a go. Do you try and do tricks and things yourself?
Not really, but sometimes, yeah.
And is being here inspiring you? Hello, Gordon.
Hello.
Can I talk to you?
Yep, they're keen here today. What do you love about bikes?
Not really anything.
What do we do now? Well, talk about being close to the action. You've got all of these fans here who are being like, are we excited?
Yeah!
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 What do you mean, move my hands? Oh, like that? Yeah, so many people, young and old, enjoying the BMXing. Excuse me, are you having a good time?
Yes.
Are you having a good time?
Awesome, that's always what I wanted to do, have him on my shoulders.
We're going, guys. One word of what it feels like to be here.
Very exciting because there's cameras here and then you can be on TV.
You can be on TV! Wave to the camera. Gordon, can you keep up? Can you keep up? Ah! I've been asking people to draw bikes, but I think I found a bit of an artist over here. Can you tell me about this?
It should be fairly self-evident. It's right
good
in
to
front of
me.
I can't get them though yet, they're too fast.
I bet you didn't think you were doing this today, Gordon, did you? Could you draw me a bike on this? Go on!
So
Gotta say that again.
I think you've done really well.
You heard it here first. I wasn't too bad, was it?
No, you weren't drastic. I think if you stick at it, you'll make pro one day.
Look at that! Hello!
Amazing!
Amazing! Another epic day here at Glasgow Green. I've had so much fun talking to people across Scotland covering the World Champs. But it's time that I hand Squiggly Bike TV over to someone else. I've been Jess Rogers. I've loved it. See you next time.
Of course, Danny McCaskill was the only person to get BMX right. What an absolute legend. And talking of legends, Jess, thank you. We'll miss you. Goodbye for now. Well, next up, let's have a word from the guy that absolutely smashed it on this course behind me, of course, in the BMX freestyle, Kieran Riley. And here's him reflecting on taking the World Championship title.
If I could choose the World Championships in my career to win, it would be this one, you know what I mean? It's, all my family drove up for this, and they see more than anyone the hard work that goes in, so for them to see me reap the rewards, it's amazing.
Well, the hard work certainly paid off. It was just stunning to watch, wasn't it? Now, we would love for you to get involved at home, or if you're in and around Scotland, here in Glasgow or at the Green, we want your social media posts. We'd love to share them. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and use the hashtag Glasgow Scotland 2023 so we can share the best of your socials like these people did. Let's take a look. We hear about athletes on competition day, but what do they do on their down days? Well, the Belgian cycling team showed us a mixture of family visits, a stroll in the Scottish sunshine, and obviously some training involved. Who doesn't love a Nando's? Well, our new UCI Paracycling Track C4 Scratch World Champion Archie Atkinson doesn't know, as he's never had one. His coach promised him if he became world champion, he could have one. And get the grill fired up in that case, Nando's. Archie's en route. 10 times UCI World Champion Nino Schurter has arrived in Glentress with the Swiss team and is ready to defend his title. What a story this is. Lurie Leitão made history, becoming Portugal's first ever UCI Track World Champion. The emotion shown just shows how much this title means, not only to him, but his country as well. Oh my goodness, it just makes me emotional. How good is that? As I say, get involved using the hashtag, and you can also get involved by playing the World Champion Predictor game. To become the best player, just get involved on www.myworldofcycling.com. And here at the UCI World Cycling Championships, powered by Tissot, if you win, you could win a fantastic Tissot watch. So make sure you get involved. Well, it's all buzzing. It's all still happening. There's plenty of action coming up. So let's take a look at exactly what today has in store. The action has already kicked off at the Glasgow BMX Centre with the BMX Racing Challenge event. Now, this event is live worldwide on this very same channel from 9 AM BST. The mountain bike cross country has just started at Tweed Valley. The track and para-track cycling kicks off in around 15 minutes or so over at the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome. We have the team time trial mixed relay coming up in the next hour, which takes place in Glasgow. Remember, you can attend this event for free. Also in George Square, we have the Go Live fan zone, which begins at 4:35 PM BST, and you can again go free of charge. Finally, another free event to attend takes place right here in Glasgow Green at 3 PM BST, and that is the BMX Freestyle Flatland. Another jam-packed day of action to look forward to. We absolutely can't wait. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same place, for much more action here at the 2023 UCI Cycling World Championships. See you then.